time confusion going on with the time zone. Sorry, guys.
It happens, but we're
Yeah,
here.
we're
We're here
here.
for the people.
Matt is here from Brunch Boxing. Tima here from the Divine Hook. If you already know me, welcome, guys. So we're here. We're gonna just start talking some boxing until Remy can join us, and hopefully we get Elijah Garcia on the live as well. So exciting stuff we have to talk about, though.
Absolutely. I can't wait to get into it.
It's a lot. It's a lot right now. I mean, the big topic you already know, Zayas and Boots.
Yeah, I mean, it's so crazy. For those who don't know, Xander Zaya is the unified junior middleweight champion. He
That's
has
right.
signed on to fight Jerron Boots Ennis June 27th at the Barclays Center in New York. It was a fight that it came together pretty quickly when you think about it.
Hmm.
Zaya said, "Hey, I want to fight." All of a sudden, the fight's made, the fight's announced. No BS, no gimmicks, no politics, no back and forth on social media. They just said, "We want this fight," and the fight is getting made. So I want to know from you though, just like your initial thoughts on the fight and like how do you see it playing out at first glance?
All right, so I think Zayas is a pretty good fighter. Obviously, he's still young, so there's a lot of things he can polish up and continue showing his skills, right? And then Boots, he has the tools, he has it all. We've seen him against some of these opponents, and now seeing him against Zayas, I think that's going to be really fun. I don't Zayas is not going to be like an easy fight. Do I see Boots stopping Zayas? A possibility. Maybe I see it in the late.
Oh.
I see it in the late rounds though. I don't think Zeiss is gonna get it so simple just because Zeiss is a mover. And with Boots, like he wants you basically to stand right there in front of him, and Zeiss is not up for that. Like he's not gonna stand there.
Yeah, see, and that's what I was thinking about with this fight because we saw Boots struggle against Cameron Chikadze, and
Yes.
Xander Zayas could do everything Cameron Chikadze could do, but he's
Mm-hmm.
better. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like I kind of feel like there's a lot of things that Zayas is gonna do that's gonna mess with Boots. I mean, back in February of last year when Zayas fought, I believe that he was on the Keyshawn card, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was on the Keyshawn card when Keyshawn fought Barinchik. Um, Zayas, seeing him in person up close because I was ringside, the best footwork I've seen in boxing. Just absolute best footwork I've seen.
Oh,
You
there
know,
we there,
so
there's
so
Remy.
we're gonna get to Remy soon.
Yeah, we're gonna get to
Hey,
Remy too. Sorry about the time confusion.
Yeah, y'all can hear me, right?
We
yeah,
can
we can
hear
hear
you.
you. We could barely see
Okay.
you, but we can hear you.
Yeah,
You
we
look
can
a
hear
little
you.
blurry.
Yeah,
You gotta
I'm on the way
wipe
home
that
now, y'all. My
camera.
bad. I am time unintelligent. Let's put it like that. So
Nah,
it was a mix up. Sorry, y'all.
It looked
nah.
like you might have some Jerry curl juice on your camera that's making it blurry.
You so ass up.
You said
Like you like them curls, but that's natural,
Hey,
brother.
he got the Hector Macho Camacho in the middle of the forehead.
That's Soul Glow,
Go for the
bro.
camera.
But
But
y'all
yeah,
can see me though, right?
yeah, we can see you. But well, not
We can
anymore.
hear you. Yeah, we don't see you anymore, but we can hear
Yeah,
you.
but like I was saying with the Xanax Eyes thing, he has like the best footwork I've seen in person in
Hmm.
boxing. So I think that's gonna cause Boots a lot of trouble. Now, the thing is, Xander Zayas sometimes falls apart late, which is
Yeah.
why that kind of plays into what you're thinking with maybe a late stoppage.
Hmm.
But we
Hmm.
haven't seen Boots in a tough dogfight that goes late. So how do we know what he's
Yeah.
gonna be late
That's
when
true.
you're fighting someone of that level for a full 12 rounds? That's why I just think this is such an interesting fight, and I cannot wait for it.
I'm actually really
And I'm not
excited.
gonna lie, Matt, to build on what you're saying too, Matt. I think that and this is not to disrespect Boots' talent. That's not the question, but he hasn't been through enough in boxing for us to say he beats any guy on Xander's level easy. It's just not the case. And Xander has certain abilities that a guy like Karen was able to use and be successful against Boots and frustrate him. That's what I noticed about Boots in that Karen fight. When the fight's not there for Boots or you're not a guy who brings it to him, he gets a little annoyed and he has defensive lapses. That's one thing I noticed about Boots. You can put a jab on him. You can work a jab on Boots. Uh, if you got good feet, you can give him a lot
Yeah.
of trouble. And Xander definitely got those
Mm,
skills.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. His footwork is crazy. Yeah. Yes.
Them feet, Xander's feet is gonna be like the key for him.
Yeah. I
yeah,
mean, and
definitely.
Boots kind of lacks on his defense too, though. He gets unnecessarily hit a lot, so I'm hoping.
I think. See, that this is what I'm trying to figure out. The jury's still out on this.
Uh-huh.
Is he getting hit a lot, or does he not respect these guys' power? That's what I'm still trying to figure out. I'm
Oh.
still trying to figure out if he's okay with getting hit because he's trying to land his, or
Mm-hmm.
if that's what his defense is. If that's what his defense is, because if that's what his defense is, when he starts to fight faster, smarter boxers, you'll see Boots have a lot of trouble in that department. So I'm thinking that might be his kryptonite, just like it usually is for most. Like, because I consider Boots a boxer puncher. I don't look at him as a defensive wizard like Shakur
Yeah.
or Devin Haney, where Devin's like more of a tactician. Like, I liken Devin's style to that of like maybe a Bernard Hopkins, like as far as he's using every tactic he can in the ring to win. Whereas Shakur is like a defensive wizard, where his natural athletic ability plus his understanding of range makes him so good defensively. I think Boots falls more into like a Roy Jones sort of sense, except without I haven't seen the like elite reflexes that I saw from Roy. But other than that, I think y'all get what I'm getting at. Like his offense kind of bails him out, type thing.
Yeah. One thing I do want to say about the elite reflexes, I feel like Boots Ennis showed those elite reflexes earlier in his career, but as he
Yeah.
kept having to keep cutting down to 147, maybe he didn't have the capacity to do it. But he did look elite in his first fight at 154. So maybe it was the constant weight cuts that kind of affected him.
Yeah.
And maybe we're just
Mm.
at the tip of the iceberg of what we can potentially see from Boots Ennis.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
many people don't count that fight against Lima like as like a way to come into 154. So now I'm excited with someone like Zayas with those type of skills. And isn't Boots a what do you call it? A stance switcher? He can switch forward and
Yeah,
south.
yeah, yeah. He likes to fight out of either stance. I think he's more effective orthodox, but sometimes he likes to switch southpaw just to make it look good. A lot of guys like to do that. But he's gonna have to have every tool in his bag for Xander Zayas because Xander Zayas, if you're going to be getting hit, Xander Zayas will oblige and will hit you all night. The difference is you're not just going to walk down Xander Zayas like you're able to do with other guys because Xander
Yep.
Zayas is big and more than capable enough of pushing Boots back. And if he can't push Boots back, we've seen with Xander Zayas' quick feet that he has no problem turning Boots. He could turn with him. Like this is
Yep.
this is an elite matchup of two elite athletes, and I'm telling you, this is despite what the odds say. I don't know if you guys saw the odds.
I know they crazy. I bet they crazy.
Yeah, I haven't
Boots
seen
is
it.
a minus 430 favorite, and Xander Zayas is plus 290 underdog. So they have it a little bit wider than I think it is. But I think
I
this
think a
is
lot of
more
that
close
got
to
to
a
do
50
with
50 fight.
Boots says he has a little more name value in that regard. I think
Yeah,
you can't really say that now, but I mean, like, as far as people view him as a better fighter, quote unquote. I don't think he's more known than Xander at this point. I think Xander is probably on his level, if not a little ahead, just because he got a country behind him. But I think that Boots really will have to go in that fight and fight control because if he gets frustrated, Xander, like people not Xander can get a fucking decision in this fight. And I feel like people not realizing that, like, bro, he got two belts. He got a lot behind him. He's 23. Like, if I don't see the world of boxing giving Boots any favors if this is a close fight. So I don't know. I think Boots kind of got to win by knockout. I'm not exactly sure he can beat.
Mm.
I don't know. And I'm not questioning Boots' ability. It's just I'm wondering what his temperament is like because his temperament seemed to gotten him in certain situations. That's why I was saying that I think Boots can win by knockout.
Oh, his recording stopped. There we go. We lost her.
yeah. Like for me. I kind of feel like this fight could play like maybe Xander Zayas gets a lead early and then he has to hold on late, and then it becomes a question of whether Boots could win enough rounds late or stop him, or whether
Mhm.
Xander Zayas could hold on for the decision. But this is gonna be like, to me, this is either the second or third best fight on the calendar, depending on how you look at Inoue Nakatani and Zerto versus Benavidez. But to me, those are the three best fights on the calendar, however you want to slice it.
What? What about Bivol and Eifert? What? Tripping. I just had to throw that one in there.
I
I
wish
want to
I
say I said he was gonna fight that guy too, and you can count on Bibble
hey
to do some shit we don't want him to
I
do.
I wish I had my cardboard Ed Lover sign that said "Come on, son." What you said? What about Bivol and Eifert? Come on.
No bullshit. Like, come on. I
Okay,
ain't gonna
well,
lie. Like, T, it's looking like your boy did what I said. I'm not gonna lie. You got mad at me when I
no, no, no.
exposed him. I
Hold
told you,
on, hold on.
B-ball ain't
This
he don't want
live
to
is
fight.
not about Bivol. This live is not about Bivol. That's another
He
conversation.
waited until Arthur turned 55 to give him his rematch.
Obviously, he's in good shape for 55. He's training and benching 400 pounds out here. He's good. He's fine.
Hey man.
It's
Yeah.
just like, oh, why you trying to punch on the old heads, bro? Come on, bro.
All right.
Fight
Well,
David. He need to come on. He need to fight David.
look. Okay. Well, yeah, I agree. He is gonna fight David, though. It's gonna happen.
How much did y'all
He
touch on
needs to belt that.
154
He
though?
needs to take his WBC belt back.
Hey, you know what? I ain't even gonna
Yeah.
say that because you know what? That ain't what we here for. That ain't what we
Yeah.
here
Yeah.
for. So I'm a
Anyways, hold on. Keyshawn and Albright too. How we feeling?
eh,
We're feeling like why?
I'm
Because
underwhelmed.
why? Well, first fight was no contest, and then I mean, what happened in Norfolk
He beat his
last year?
brother up. He's fighting him again because he beat his brother up. That's really what's happening right now.
But they fought the first time. There's no contest. We need a win or a loss. Like we need to
Do
know.
we? Do
But
we?
that
Do
was
we?
over. That was over weed though.
I know. But this is a great storyline. It adds
But
drama.
here I get that. I get the storyline. I get the drama. From that perspective, it's a good fight. But with all the shit that Keyshawn been talking over the last couple
Nobody
months,
offered a
Come on
contract.
now.
Nobody gave him a contract.
Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia
Devin
face
Haney
off.
was trying to go to Rolly. He
Well,
called
what
out Devin.
Richardson Hitchens at
what,
least?
did
Richardson
you
not gonna.
take?
He was supposed to fight Keyshawn, and they didn't.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
he's
but
about to
they could
fight
have circled back to
Delgado,
that.
right?
You said what?
Yeah, Landolfo Delgado.
And that's crazy to me that he skipped out on the fight with Duarte, and then he's still fighting at 140.
It's all good. But
Nasty
I
work.
don't know. Like I guess from a storyline perspective, I can understand the fight, but it's just a little bit underwhelming. You know, Keyshawn just fought Jermaine Ortiz. That
Yeah,
was an
this is a step
underwhelming
down.
matchup for me too. And so
Really?
now I don't know if it's well, Albright might be better than Jermaine Ortiz, but we won't get into that. But I just think I wanted something a little bit more sexy for Keyshawn. But it is what it is. I'm gonna tell you right now, as big as this fight is gonna be, cause it's gonna be in Norfolk, I would not want to be in the building for this one.
Yeah, there's
Uh-uh.
gonna be a brawl.
Yeah, I don't want to be.
The
I don't want to
Davises
be
versus the
anywhere.
Albright clan,
I
I
and
don't
both
want to
them
be.
niggas got 30 brothers. Both of them niggas got 30 brothers.
gotta
I don't want to be. I don't want to be anywhere near that arena. They better have
I'm
the
gonna be
National
there.
Guard outside.
Matt, I will let you know how it goes if I come out
Just
alive.
make sure you duck.
So, I got somebody in the comments. They're saying Rolly priced himself out. Okay, wait.
Roll.
Remy's not a Haney fan. I hear his perspective.
All right. Yeah. Let's hear from Remy. I want to hear Remy defend the indefensible.
Oh, I knew. See, look, this is what I don't like when it comes to Devin Haney, right? So like, Rolly spends 2 months acting like he doesn't want to fight him at all, right? Devin calls him out right after his fight with Brian Norman. Rolly gets to pussyfoot and play games with him without being called a duck for weeks, actually months, right? So then, when they finally do send the offer, they send this nigga a promoter deal, right? So I'll just say this, right? This is my perspective. I don't give a fuck about fandom in this regard. This is what I'm saying. I care to be objective first, then I guess I'll say my preference or whatever. But this is my objective opinion. Why in the fuck would they send him a quote unquote promoter based deal when he hasn't been doing that with Matchroom, he hasn't been doing that with Turkey, and he didn't do it with Top Rank? That isn't how those deals got signed. He literally
Mm-hmm.
there were networks involved, and they put up his guarantee and they put up the other fighter's guarantee. So since when? Who would want to fucking fight for no guarantee purse? Y'all are sending me a contract. Y'all offer me a contract to come fight on your platform, but your fighter
Mm-hmm.
gets a guarantee and mine doesn't. And the whole you're ducking game that y'all gonna play is based on the fact that they won't give a guarantee. Like, what the fuck are
Nah,
we doing?
nah. Here's what it's based on. First of all, Devin Haney Promotions wanted a promoter deal. They didn't want to fight a deal. And I was talking with team about this offline. Devin Haney needs to decide: are you a promoter or are you a fighter when you do business with people? Because if you want to come to PBC as a fighter, PBC has no problem paying the guarantee for him. And I've
Hmm.
talked to people within PBC. They want this fight bad because they think that this fight not going to go the way a lot of people think it's going to go. So they want this fight bad. They're willing to offer him the fighter deal. But the problem is Devin Haney doesn't want the fighter deal. Devin Haney wants the guarantee of a fighter while reaping the benefits of the promoter. And
So
that doesn't make any
he
sense.
want to see the books. He want to see where money going, et
But yeah,
cetera,
but
right?
they don't have no problem with doing that. He can see the books. That's fine. But you're not going to get a promoter's deal. You're not going to get a promoter's deal if you're going to still want to be the fighter also. Because once you want the promoter deal, then the numbers change a little bit because you also want to be guaranteed money as a fighter, which is money that's going to come out of our budget. Usually, the way a deal is done between two promotional entities is one promoter guarantees their fighter, the other promoter guarantees their fighter. But what Devin Haney wants is for the promoter to guarantee their fighter and guarantee him, and then still come a promoter's deal. Doesn't work like that. And nobody's subsidizing your fight. Now, my issue with Devin is that you called this man name. You was talking shit about Rolly. And you wasn't expecting Rolly to answer the call. And now when Rolly answered the call and Rolly had Louis the Coopers reach out to you the same night, and y'all went back and forth with numbers and this and that, and your daddy said, looks good. Everything, oh, now you can't hide. May 30th, Haney versus Rolly. These people, they moved the fight from Barclays to Vegas for you. That's what you requested. They basically acquiesced to every demand that you had. And then you sat on this contract for a month just to come out on social media and then say, oh, I don't like the deal no more. It's not a good deal. So why'd you waste everybody's time? Why'd you wait? Now you're going on a PR offensive, making it seem like it's Rolly. Rolly priced himself out. How did Rolly price himself out when Rolly's end of the deal is signed already and it's been signed for a month? So what is he pricing himself out of? His deal is done. It is what it is. Just say you don't want the fight. What really happened was Devin Haney wasn't expecting Rolly to answer him. He wanted to wait and see if Turkey Al Sheikh is going to pay for him versus Ryan when Ryan comes back in July, and that's what he's hoping on. But Turkey Al Sheikh is a little bit busy right now, doing all this stuff with Zuffa and trying to plan the second half of the year. So he was trying to wait it out, but Rolly keep harassing him, like, dude, sign the contract,
Okay, so
big
you
boy.
answer me this then.
Okay,
What was Rolly waiting on when they were trying to come to the table for him in the first place?
Manny Pacquiao. That's what he
Okay,
was waiting on.
so now
So
that he
so
knows
so
so
the
now that
way
he
the way
know he's not
the
getting Manny Pacquiao, who's Manny Pacquiao fighting next?
he's supposed to be fighting Floyd. So what
He's
happened
supposed to be
was,
fighting Floyd. Okay, okay,
yeah,
no,
but listen,
let's go somewhere. So
okay,
you don't you think Manny only looking at Floyd?
yes,
Only that's the only option he wants,
yeah,
and you
that's
know
what
this for a
Netflix.
fact.
Netflix is about to pay a whole back.
Well, well, well,
Netflix allegedly already gave Floyd an advance on the money.
well. So
Dang.
if he was waiting on Manny, Manny is waiting on Floyd. Well, what was Devin supposed to do? Not have any options whatsoever?
No,
Keyshawn
I'm
was
sure. Yeah, listen, I'm sure
All right, all
Devin.
right. So look,
No, but
all right, right?
listen what I'm saying, Remy. Hold on real quick. So, because I want to make sure we're on the same timeline here. When Rolly was waiting on Manny, this was still in 2025. This wasn't in 2026, my brother. I'm talking about 2026 when Rolly ran out of options. We can all say Rolly ran out of options. They didn't have a
Okay, so
great
he wasn't
option
really
for
trying to
him.
fight Devin at first, type shit.
No. He had more lucrative options.
Okay, okay, okay.
For
So
he had
Devin
more.
don't got more lucrative options than Rolly.
I don't think he got more lucrative options than Rolly right now. And
You don't think
if
he
he
has?
do, name him.
I mean, think about it. If he fought one of them other guys, he can command a side on their ass.
Like who?
Catterall would fight him right now. He can make more money than Catterall, and he could bleed him. He the champ. He really could say, "Hey,"
Oh,
he really could say, "Hey, I ain't say a bigger fight. You said make more money, right? We ain't talking about a bigger fight, right? That's not the context, right? It's
I'm
just
talking
more
about.
money, right?
Well, when I
Okay,
say a
so
bigger
look,
fight, I
if
said he'll make
Rolly,
more money.
if he's getting 50% of a non-existent guarantee, that's up in the air. That's performance based.
But
So
that's
that
only
that's
if
a
he want to do
variable
a
amount.
promoter contract.
That's a variable amount. Okay, so we don't know what the deal would be if we only can go off that because we don't know what the deal would be if he was taking just a regular fighter contract. So I could
I do.
imagine in his head, okay, well, what would it be?
They got like 3 million for him if you want to do a fighter guarantee.
You
They
don't think
got
he
it.
could you don't think he could get that for defending his title against Catterall in UK?
Nah,
You don't think he can get $3 million
nah,
to defend? I do.
I don't. I
And
don't. Here's the thing.
I think Catterall got like 700 or some shit like that.
I don't.
Look,
I don't think
let's
that
just say,
happened.
but if Turkey will pay for it, because let's say he will, we don't know. We don't know. We got to see that part play out.
And that's what I
He
said.
been
I
paying for
think
his other
Devin
fight.
Haney.
He
I
paid for
Yes.
think
Rashida
Devin
Days.
Haney.
Hold on.
I think,
Yeah.
like I said, Devin Haney's been stalling to see if Turkey will subsidize his next fight.
Hmm.
It is what it is. But don't try to say
Yeah.
it's
So
Rolly.
what's? But that's not a
But
duck
don't
though.
say
You
it's
can't frame that
Rolly.
as a duck when you was cool with Rolly doing the exact same thing. But when it's Rolly, you
Hey,
say it's more lucrative fight. What? But when it's Devin, you're saying he's waiting to get subsidized by Turkey. You see how the wording you change the wording when you even mention two things that are
here's
the
the thing,
same.
right? Because here's the thing. Here's what I
I just
know.
got pointed out,
He
bro.
no, because here's what I know. He's not fighting Catterall next. So we know that he's not fighting
No,
Catterall next.
you said what I said. He's waiting for a better situation, and even more so, you said that you don't know Turkey's overpaid for hella fights. So since when is
He
that completely
has.
out of the equation? Let me get it back.
Yeah, but no time soon. Like to me, if he's gonna fight, because first of all, Ryan Garcia claims that he's fighting Teofimo Lopez on July 25th. Let's just put that
Yeah,
out
I heard
there.
about that. I heard about that.
Out his mouth, I'm fighting Teofimo Lopez July 25th. So that would push a Devin Haney fight to what? September, October ish.
Yeah.
So Devin Haney is gonna sit on his ass until September, October. He could fight Rolly and Ryan in the same year. What the problem is, Remy?
That was the goal. I felt like that would have been the storyline here because Rolly
No,
beat
I'm
Ryan.
You
saying
would
like,
think, right?
okay, yeah, that sounds great, right? He could fight Rose, but if one, they're like Ryan's clearly not worried about fighting Devin Haney immediately. Like every single time after the fight with Rolly, he was supposed to either stay in the pool and get ready to fight Rolly again, then fight Devin. Didn't do that. So all these guys switching up their plans, doing whatever the fuck they want is okay, is what I'm getting from you. But when Devin does it, it's like you gotta side eye it.
Because here's the thing,
In this
because
case with
you
Rolly, you
spoke
just
that
told
man
me. No,
name.
you just told me. You just literally said that Rolly did the same thing Devin did. He just did it first.
No, I
But
didn't.
when
No,
Rolly
I
did it,
didn't.
it
No,
was
no, 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 no,
okay
no, no, no,
because he
no,
had
no.
more lucrative options. But
I
Devin
didn't
has
say
to
he did the
take
same
what
thing.
Rolly's giving him for what?
But Remy, here's the difference. When Rolly was negotiating with Manny Pacquiao, you didn't hear him talking about I'm fighting Devin Haney next. Devin Haney called this man's name out, and this man answered the call. Like, listen, we're all adults here. Even when we was in elementary school, if somebody call you out, they got to see you at 3 o'clock after school, right?
Yep.
You can't
Except
go
when
running
they're
your mouth.
playing panty ante games, and
Come
then they're like, "Oh,
on,
I don't want to fight you," and
man.
then they wait
Hey,
2 or 3 weeks.
man. Hey,
Then they say they want to fight you. It's not the same, bro. Because
but
what you're
he
saying is
answered right
correct. What
away.
you're saying is real
No,
direct.
he
It's
answered
forward.
right
It's no
away.
hoopla. It's no Because what you're omitting is the months he went saying he didn't want to fight Devin and he wouldn't fight Devin. That's
But
what you're omitting.
but he
So
wasn't he wasn't answering them.
all right then. All
He
right
wasn't
then.
answering
All right
them.
then.
But
All
when
right.
you call
So
my
now that we
name
know
and
he
I
wasn't
answer you,
answering,
now it's time to fight.
and so he
Listen, here's
got
the thing.
basically
But here's
Devin
the
got to
thing. But
always
here's the
move on
thing, though,
everybody
right?
else's
No,
time
no,
when he look weird. Okay.
no, because here's the
Like,
thing, though, right? Here's the thing, though, right? It's not like Devin Haney is sending out offers to Rolly. Devin Haney doesn't have a network, so it's not like he's going to be sending offers out. Like the unfortunate thing, and me and T was talking about this also. Devin Haney is independent, but he's independent without a network, so he's going to have to rely on other entities, or he's going to have to wait.
Yeah.
The price of being
no, that's
independent.
see, that's the facts of the matter. But I don't want you to conflate that with ducking or trying to frame stuff a certain way when he
I'm
does
I'm
decide
gonna
that
tell
he
you right
doesn't like
now.
a deal.
I'm
Because
I'm gonna tell you right
I don't
now.
think it's ducking. If Rolly's exploring options while someone's calling him out, I don't think it's ducking, right? But when Devin does it, it's ducking. So why would you explain to me why you conflate those two
Manny
things?
Pac,
Why you
Manny Pacquiao, Jack Catterall. Manny Pacquiao, Jack
Ray,
Catterall.
Ray Jackson said Ray Jackson said Rolly answers right away, and Devin said the offer was good.
Correct. He said the offer was good,
all
and
right?
that's what the
So
most frustrating
at
part
the end of
is.
the day, that is also subject to change.
And you
Hella
know what really
fighters.
pisses me off?
I've seen hella fighters. I've seen hella fighters do the same thing. I don't see people keep a consistent,
What?
like people back out.
That's a duck. What are you talking about? Yes, they do.
What are you talking about?
You know what really ticks me
You
off
said
about this Devin
people
Haney thing,
a
Remy?
duck, and they don't keep the same like energy with other fighters. Yes, they do.
Yeah, here's what really ticks me off, Remy. Devin Haney, he might not know it because I don't know who he talks to or what they talk about, but he is missing a big opportunity to go where he should have been in the first place.
It's hilarious.
Okay, he's missing a big opportunity. This didn't
I,
have to
I
be no one fight deal, bro. Like they are looking
That's
to
my
get in
thing.
the
But
Haney
see, this is my
business,
thing. This is
and
my thing, bro. This is my thing. And right now, I'm just playing devil's advocate as much as possible because I can't watch somebody deny somebody a fight and then all of a sudden feel like fighting them. You spend years saying you wouldn't fight somebody, then when you finally up and decide to try after years of this person calling you out. Like for instance, when Ryan was playing with Tank's name, that in itself I always thought was weird because he kept saying over and over, like, yeah, I'll fight Tank. Yeah, I'll fight Tank. So when it finally came across their desk, it happened, right? Bro, I didn't think that Ryan really wanted to fight him. But the moment the fight was able to get made, it got made.
yeah,
Do you think that Devin is if the opportunity is right, the situation is good, that he wouldn't fight Rolly right now? I just don't believe that.
hey,
And I'm saying
here's the thing. Here's the thing. Um, Devin really wants to fight Ryan Garcia. He really wants to get back. But the problem with fighting Rolly, you remember what Terrence Crawford told Jose Benavidez? Worry about your fight, for you don't make it to your fight. He might not make it to a Ryan fight if he fight Rolly first. And no matter what we think about Rolly, no matter if we think Rolly is not as good, Devin's much better, we don't know what the fighter thinks. We can only go based upon what the fighter does, and what he's doing is not fighting Rolly. So it kind of makes
this
you
is so
wonder,
funny that it
hey,
always basically leads back to these type of combos, bro.
hey,
This shit is hilarious.
because here's the thing, Remy. Here's the thing, right? I'm looking at Devin Haney right now the same way I'm looking at Virgil Ortiz. Hey, dog. Hey, you keep saying you want these fights, but it's always a problem with you. Now here comes Xander Zayas. You make a boots
Oh
fight in two
yeah,
weeks.
them two terrible comparisons. Devin and Virgil is crazy.
I kind of decided on that one, but wait, I have a quick
Yeah.
question.
You
Okay,
OD with the Devin and Virgil comparison. That was crazy.
Remy, quick question. Any update on Elijah Garcia? Just in case. Did you hear me?
Did Remy die?
He ain't
No,
like that.
I was waiting to I got home to send him the link. I'm about to send it to him now. I didn't
Okay,
want to
give me
do
one
it while
second.
we was on the road. This perfect though.
Oh man, we really compared Haney to Ortiz. That's the crazy comparison of the night.
No, that was
We'll see.
crazy. And then it's like this. Look, because I gotta really get this off now because I ain't gonna lie, Vimeo. I feel
Oh,
like I've let
here
you
we
say a lot
go.
to where it come off like I'm not getting my point across. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my point across and land on
Oh,
this.
you know
I
your
think
point.
our coverage of fighters in general can be a
Mm.
bit skewed if we like certain things better than we like certain things. And I feel like when you like Rolly more, what he does is a little more palatable than the next guy. So I personally believe that every single time we talk about these negotiations with fights, everybody, it's like, bro, your eye is to make sure you're looking at anything that Bill does, anything that Devin does. It's like that's the consensus when it comes to anything they do. When they take fights, they get them, win or whatever. Like the Ryan situation, they take fights, whatever the case may be. Whatever's the negative outcome, that's what I hear more than anything. Like, you know what I'm saying? So every time he's about to fight somebody, it's always his fault. They're not fighting. Like who? Only people I could think
What
of
happened
where
this
there were
fight?
remotely any issues of a fight were Shakur and Tank. Tank, I don't know. I would never. When it comes to Shakur and Devin, I would never disrespect them and say that they don't want to fight Tank because I've only seen that they would. So I don't know. You know, he'd have to prove that to me that he actually cared to fight them because he's the one who always acted like he didn't want to fight them. But my main point is this: when those two guys do certain things, I just notice everybody's always looking for, the well, he ain't doing this or he ain't doing this, he ain't doing this. I feel like they both did the same thing to each other. Rolly was really trying to fight Ryan at one point. Like all of the round robin shit could happen if the money's on the table. I don't think none of them scared of each other. They all know what type of bread is on the line. So it's like no way, shape, or form that you tell me that if the deal was like on point, he not taking it. Like, bro, let's just be honest. Like, does PBC even like that kid, bro? They don't like, I don't think they like working with them. I'll be honest with you. I don't think they care. I don't think they let whatever get in, but I don't think they care to work with them. And I've heard that multiple times. You know what I'm saying? I've heard that they had some issues going, behind the scenes. And,
Like with
that could have a lot to do with it.
Like
But
and like I said, Devin is missing a big opportunity.
I
That's
get
all.
what you're saying. This is where
I can't say what
this is
I
where I
know.
agree with you, Matt.
I
This is where
can't.
I agree with you, and I want to
I
make
can't.
sure this is clear. Where you making the most, all the other stuff you said, I think was like, it's like your personal opinion of the stuff. But where you're right and you're correct, and it's like a baseline that can be drawn is on the fact that you said if Devin's gonna take a promoter deal or a fighter deal, that's what matters to me. I think that's like the key thing.
oh,
Elijah, what's up, brother?
Elijah. Hey
Hey,
Elijah.
how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good.
Appreciate you coming on with us today, brother.
Hey, how's it going, Remy?
It's going good, man. I wanted to get into a bunch of stuff that's going on in the boxing world with you. Of course, I know you paying attention and you seeing things going on. That was a great card y'all had this weekend. Unfortunately, you didn't get the nod. I thought you won. I'll be honest with you, bro. The whole media row pretty much thought you won. Me, uh, Sean probably wouldn't care. Sean's I tell we all were talking. We were like, bro, we thought you won that fight. Tell me what you thought the card. What was it like on the card? It's your second time fighting in Vegas recently. On a big card. What did you think of the card overall, and how was your experience on the card?
I thought the card was cool. I opened up main event on Prime Video. That was my second time. I've been before, so once you get, it's you know what I mean. It's you gotta do what you gotta do. I don't know. It's kind of bumming, I lost, so I mean, you can't say it's too good of an experience, but it is what it is. It comes with the sport. You just gotta get it.
Yeah. So I mean, I seen your interviews. I saw the fight. I actually thought you won. So it's just really interesting to know, like, how, after what you experienced, what do you think you could have done better for that fight?
I probably should listen to my corner. My dad told me I got to pick it up. You got to stop him. And, I was just being an idiot. I was just, doing what I thought was best. And, you have a corner for a reason. So I messed up. I should have listened to the corner. If I would have took my dad's advice, probably would have won the fight. You know what I mean? Picking it up. rounds, and what happens?
Yeah. No. I thought you won. Like when I saw that, like I saw all that pressure and I thought you did enough to win. So I was actually really shocked to just hear the decision. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I thought it was a bit of shoe shining going on. Sometimes I thought you were landing the harder shots. Clearly, uh, I think sometimes the judges they see a guy boxing and they give off the impression that they're in the fighter. They're being slick sometimes, and they're not like they're not giving you credit for the thudding punches you're landing or pushing them back, controlling the real estate. And it was a hometown fight, so that probably had a lot to do with it as well. Matt, did you have anything you wanted to speak on about Elijah's performance in the card this past weekend?
Well, not really the performance, just your mindset going in to the fight, Elijah. Um, Maybe this is just me playing armchair psychologist, but you seemed a little down going into this fight, a little melancholy, like there was a lot going on with you going into this fight. Do you feel like you were in the right frame of mind going into this fight?
Um, I felt like going into the fight, I I had mentally, I knew it was gonna be a tough fight mentally. I think I'd overworked myself mentally, thinking it was gonna be a really hard fight, and my biggest concern was just winning. So before, my biggest thing was I'm going there to knock him out. You know what I mean? That was my biggest thing. This one I was going in to win, and I shouldn't have went in to win. I should win there to knock his ass out. And that's what happens. You know what I mean? Usually I put more pressure. Usually I'm on him. You know what I mean? And I was just trying to box, trying to win. Trying to outland him, and I fucked up. I messed up. You know what I mean? I should have really been on him, really, like a dog, and I didn't do that. You know what I mean? And so now I got to deal with the consequences.
Now,
Meant to, I mean, I went in there. I went in there ready to fight. Don't get that. I went in there ready to fight. I went in there ready to win. And I was hoping I was going to catch him with something and do what I do best. Finish him. It's just I never caught him, so I never was really on that. Ready to kill type. You know. So
now you switched trainers going into the fight. You went from Bob Santos back to your dad. What was the transition like going from a new trainer going into this fight?
my dad trained me. I only used Bob, just that one fight. My dad's always been my head coach, and it was nothing. I got back to my house. Just I messed up. My dad was telling me, "You got to go in there and work. You got to work." And me being stupid, I wanted to sit back. So the training wasn't nothing. Me and my dad have a great relationship. We bond really well in the gym. It's felt like I was back to normal. It's just messed up.
So I
Uh,
just want to, so I just want to say, like, I know you're saying, like, you were just being stupid. I just think this is just a learning experience. I think this is just going to help you grow. So I don't want you to think, you were just stupid in that
well,
ring.
a lot of
Just,
people say I won. You know what I mean? A lot of people say I
yeah.
won, and a lot of people think I won. And me personally, I think I won as well. But I can't go into the next fight thinking that that's okay. Like realistically, I should went in there. I should have knocked him out. That's what I should have done. And since I didn't do that, you know what I mean? I got to deal with setback. And I'm 20, about to be 23 years old, and you know I fought 3 times in the last like 2.5 years. You know what I mean? And you know these setbacks are what holding me back. And going in, I just lost. You know what I mean? So now I got to figure out, fuck, dude, how am I gonna get back in there?
Yeah.
So, but it is a learning experience. If I have a corner for a reason. You know what I mean? And if I don't listen to my corner, you know what I mean? I'm better off just going in there fighting by myself. I have anybody to give me water, and so it is a learning experience going there. I have my dad as my head coach for a reason. I trust him with my life, and I didn't listen. So that's the
So what's now like the plan moving forward? Like, just like
I,
it,
I got to get
another
in there and fight
fight?
again. I got to fight again. You know what I mean? I can't sit out another year. So, we're going to do what we got to do. I talked to my team, and we're going to try to get in there ASAP. You know what I mean? Obviously, coming off a loss, I can't look to get back on the main card on pay per view or So I just got to get in there and just fight, and take what's given. You know what I mean? I can't like nah, I'll wait for the bigger fight. No, I
Just take the
lost.
fights today
I
now.
gotta take the fights. I gotta stay active. Exactly.
Okay, that
It,
makes
it, 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 if you had your druthers, how many times a year would you be fighting? Because it
Me,
seems like
I
you
want to
want to be
fight
more active. Yeah.
3 to 4 times a year. You know what I mean? 3 to 4 times a year. I gotta stay active. I'm young. That's how you know what I mean. I gotta stay fresh. I gotta stay ready. And if it was up to me, 3 to 4 times a year. And I fought once. Hopefully, I can get 2 more in. You know what I mean? So
now someone asked, is there something a fighter sees in a fight that drives not listening to their corner?
me, nah, I've always listened before. Just I was in there. I thought I really thought I was winning. You know what I mean? Like I thought I was winning. Boom, boom, taking my time. But there was no. I should have just listened. This is the only time I didn't listen, and I paid for it. So, uh, fuck, I don't know. I was messed up. I got too big. I had a big head, and
Well, how did you feel like when you went into training camp for this fight? Did you feel mentally prepared? Do you feel like you were overthinking that this was going to be a tough fight?
I was prepared 1,000%.
Okay.
I was prepared 1,000. I've been ready since October. I was supposed to fight in October the first time this card was gonna happen. Getting ready for December. Uh, then I was hopefully getting ready to fight on the Ryan Garcia versus Mario Barrios. So I've been ready. Staying in the gym, staying ready. We knew we were gonna fight Kevin like early January or late January. Figured out we're gonna fight Kevin in January. So I was ready. It's just
Mhm. So I did see when Sean Zittle asked you in the interview about the weight, where do you feel comfortable fighting? Because I think this was what, at 172? Did you guys meet in the middle?
so I mean, we weren't fighting for a title. We weren't fighting for a title eliminator. We weren't fighting for nothing crazy. You know, 168 is still hard for me to make. You know what I mean? Like I'm still kind of a big guy, and so why not just meet in the middle, fight at 72? And so I can make 68. But if I don't gotta lose that extra 4 pounds, why should I? You know what I mean?
Do you guys have
Now,
anything to?
yeah, I got a question because this is just me as a casual boxing observer. It seems like you've had your toughest matchups with a certain style of fighter. First, it was Kyron Davis, then it was Terrell Gausha, and now with Kevin Newman, it seems like 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 almost like the slick counterpuncher. You seem to have an issue with that style. Like what's your game plan to going into these fights? And when you go back to the drawing board, like how do you decide on what it is you need to work on so that you don't have these issues with that certain style?
It's a great question. Let's see. I mean, so when we had fought, I mean, Chiron is good. I'm not gonna. Chiron's good. He had a draw for a world title against Anthony.
Hmm.
He's good. He fought David Benavidez on a 2 week notice. Went to he was there all 8 rounds and he didn't quit. So Chiron is tough. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna give no excuses. I lost because he's good. I lost because he's good. Had a bad weight cut and he was a better man. Terrell Boucher, all right, let's be fair about Terrell Boucher. Terrell Boucher is an Olympian. He's lost to nobody but good people. You know what I mean? I fought him. I was barely 22 years old when I fought him. You know what I mean? I was young. I still am young. You know what I mean? I don't. I realist. Other than Xander Zayas, you can't really say like I'm fighting top level guys. You know what I mean? Like I'm out there fighting top level guys. Goucher really good, and we went to war. And then on top of it, I did lose to Kevin, but you got a lot of people saying I won. You know what I mean? So um, he's got to go in there, and this depends. I don't feel like a lot of people think I'm a pressure fighter, right? I don't mind boxing. You know what I mean? Like I can box. I know how to box. You know what I mean? I was trying to box. I mean, Kevin was moving. You know what I mean? He was right there for the most part, but I was trying to box a little bit. It, you know, a lot of these, a lot of these counter punchers that like to move. You know what I mean? They don't want to. Like they like to move. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah, they
different.
don't want to fight in the inside as
They
much.
don't. Well, not even like they don't even want to come forward a little bit. I don't have a problem stepping back and boxing. You know what I mean? So just a lot of people just think I'm a just go straight in type fighter. I'm not. For the most part, that's what it turns into because a lot of people can't stand there with me or they don't want to come forward towards me. You know what I mean? So for the most part, it's just finding my distance for these guys. That's what it is.
Yeah, well, me personally, I don't think you're like a go straight in kind of pressure fighter, but I do think that you excel against that style. I think that style is a little bit more easy for you. Like, I mean, what you were like what 20, 21 when you beat Resendez,
He was
who's
like 20,
now
yeah,
yeah,
20.
who's now the WBA 168-pound champion. So obviously
One
the
punch
talent
knockout
is
too.
there. Yeah, yeah. So the talent is there. I just think it's this one certain style that, at least in my estimation, I feel like you kind of struggle against. But I'm not a coach. So, that's between you and your dad to go back to the drawing board and figure out how to figure out the style. But I've noticed that particular style is where like the issues come in, where the fights are closer than they need to be. I mean, it's not like you're getting blown out in any fight. They're all close. But for some reason, that's the style for you that I think once you master that style, sky's the limit because you I think excel against the other style of boxing.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
it's like when guys I know I literally have the same assessment as Matt as far as like when it's guys who are looking to actually stand there and fight you, you almost dismantle them. You out slick them in the inside. Like you look like the better guy defensively in the inside, like against Resendez when you were fighting him. It got to a point where I've seen at times where like you weren't trying to let him hit you, even though y'all were kind of in a brawl and a back and forth engaging. You were picking your shots better. I think that's why you began to wear him down and eventually got him out of there because you were picking your spots better. Um, to build on what Matt said, I think you just said something to me that made me think like maybe you were kind of stuck in between how you felt going into this fight and how the Gaucher fight played out, where you might have felt like you said, you needed to knock him out versus in the Gaucher fight, maybe you needed to take your time a bit more and you went in there, guns a blazing, trying to get him out of there, and it got you dropped. I think, what was that in the middle rounds?
That's round one.
Oh, that was round one. Okay, okay. I remember. Yeah, that he got that shot off. You began to find your footing in the fight. Y'all had a lot of back and forth action. In that is that something you're gonna look to as far as your sparring partners? Like maybe bring in more defensive minded guys going forward, just so you can kind of just have those looks when you get in there with guys like that who aren't gonna try to fight you.
I probably do need better sparring. Got to go out there and make it more often. You know what I mean? Maybe start having my camps out there. You know what I mean? But I got to go back to the drawing board. It's not just me. You know what I mean? I got a whole team behind me. So
Most definitely, most definitely. And
Now,
you're and
now we know you want to get back in the ring soon. Obviously, you've discussed it with your team. What kind of feedback are you getting for how soon you could get back into the ring?
hopefully in about 3 or 4 months. 3 or 4 months, I'm gonna
Okay.
fight. 3 or 4 months, I'm gonna fight again. So I'll be back in about 3 or 4 months. Got to find a card. You know what I mean? So uh, got to get the ball rolling again.
Kevin Newman rematch?
I'm down for it. I don't see why not. I know.
Yeah, because the way that was going, I feel like a rematch would be pretty cool.
Yeah, it was. It was. It's a bunch of reasons. I feel like that deserves a rematch. Neutral
Hmm.
territory. It was very close. Like it was a. It was a lot. Well, to me, I had rounds that I chose, but the fact that he got the decision, and there may be people who thought otherwise. I feel like it's absolutely a necessity. I feel like you'd probably win that second fight more than likely, and it'd probably be a lot wider, especially you knowing how you go. That would be a perfect matchup, and I enjoyed the fight as well. I enjoyed the fight. Y'all were a great style. Matchup. I feel like.
Yeah, no, Kevin. I'm sure Kevin would be open to it. Me and Kevin are real cool. You know what I mean? So I'm sure he'd be open to it.
All right. So Elijah, what is it for you that's important? Are you chasing after that legacy, trying to get all the belts? Like, what are your boxing goals here?
My boxing goals. Yeah. So the best way I could describe it is, not any, not anybody become a world title or world champion. But there are a lot of people that become world champions. There's a lot, and I think that something that separates, like someone that goes down in the history books or a prize fighter is someone that's able to win a world title and defend it multiple times. You know what I mean? And I think that's the goal for everybody. And so, that's my goal. Obviously, everybody wants to be world champion, but the main goal is to defend it. You know what I mean? And once you start defending it, winning more titles, everything just falls one step at a time. But my current goal right now is to get back in the ring. I'm hungry. I want to get this bad taste out of my mouth, and you know what I mean. I got to get back to it, man. I got to get back to the gym. Got to get back to the drawing board. Figure out how to get better.
I mean, it's only up from here at this point,
It's only up from
Again,
here.
I
Exactly.
just feel like it's just a learning experience and for you to get better. I mean, you're so young. You said what, you're 22?
22.
23,
Fight.
I'm about to be
23, 23.
I'm about to be 23 in April.
About to be
Still,
Yeah,
23. Fighting
man.
these guys like uh,
so
it
young.
reminds me a lot of Fernando Vargas, just fighting really tough competition at an early age. There's a lot of guys like that. That even Floyd were fighting tough competition at an early age, and it's make or break for any fighter. And I think you're finding a resolve in it. At this age, you have nothing but peak left. That's it.
Yeah,
And I think you got your head on straight going into it for sure, for sure.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
definitely. Uh,
Hey,
yeah,
so where can the people like follow you at just so they can follow your journey and stuff of that nature?
On Instagram, Elijah Garcia or underscore Elijah Garcia underscore. I'm on Facebook, Elijah Garcia. And then, pretty much it. I mean, I got TikTok, but that's for like my farm animals. And then I got a YouTube. YouTube's too much. I like TikTok. TikTok's cool.
yeah. I noticed on your Instagram it goes like 3 EG. Can you explain that? Because I know with casuals like
Yeah,
me.
so I have three brothers, and I'm the oldest, and we all start with E. So you got Elijah, you got Alexis, and you got Emilio. So there's three of
Wow.
us, and so that's where 3EG came from. I made that up in like I was like sixth grade. You know what I mean? So that's what I got. And then I have my son. He's Elijah Garcia Jr. So
Oh, oh. You see him putting into the boxing world too?
nobody. I don't think any little kid deserves to
Yeah, we talked
fight.
about that at MGM. You were telling me like, hell nah, like
No, I don't think any little kid deserves
yeah,
to fight.
Elijah was like,
And
nah.
let them play baseball. Let them.
Yes.
None of that. This ain't meant for everybody. You know what I mean? You got to be able
Right.
to. You got to be able to be unhappy.
Mm-hmm.
No, for sure, for sure. The
So
boxing is a tough game for sure, especially with you being a father going through as a fighter, and you're gonna learn the business along the way. I could imagine it's like, nah.
I always tell him go to school. Be real smart. You're gonna carry the family business. And he's always like, what is that? I don't know yet, son. We're gonna figure it out. You know what I mean? Still gonna figure it
That's
out.
dope, man. That's
Maybe
dope.
farming.
Hey.
No. So you want to hear? All right. So this, in order to be a millionaire farmer, got to start a billionaire. Yeah.
It's so funny because they always say, if you want to know how to be a millionaire in boxing, start off as a billionaire.
Yeah. So same principle, man.
Yeah.
I got lots of sheep. I mean, I sold some sheep. You know, you got to. I don't got no irrigation out here, so you got to feed. You got to buy hay to feed the sheep. I got a bunch of chickens. I got a bunch of chickens. That shit's expensive. I had a pony. I had a couple cows.
Oh my
Um,
gosh, I need to go to this farm.
So you're good on eggs for sure. Like
I
you're good
know.
on eggs.
eggs. We got meat in the freezer. We got. Oh, I want to get a dog. Growing up, you know, I probably had like my dad's a big dog breeder. He loves dogs, so and then I got into the farm animals, and I started off with reptiles actually. I had lots of snakes. That's how I got into. That's how I got into like animals.
Like snakes? I don't. I'm scared.
All right, I wanted to ask you a couple hip hop questions.
All right,
So,
let me hear it.
Elijah, where would you place the different regions? Because you got your West Coast rap, you got your down South rap, you got your East Coast rap, you got your Midwest rap. Like, where do you rank the regions?
So for me, to be honest, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna put. You got Southern. I like Southern music. I'm putting Southern number one. That's for me. Uh, the West
Great
Coast.
choice, amazing choice.
West Coast. West Coast is number two for me because I listen to a lot of I have a lot of family from California, and then I'm gonna go East Coast at number three, and then after that, I don't even know. You know what I mean? So
No, those
after,
are the
after
coasts that matter. To be honest, let's just be honest. Those are the coasts that matter.
where are you from, team?
East Coast.
Oh, yeah.
That's all.
I'm gonna go
Coast.
Southern music first, 1,000%.
Yeah, because I remember we were talking, and you know about one of the greatest underrated artists from Texas, Zero.
Zero,
I feel like
aka King of the Ghetto.
no facts.
Yeah.
I'm actually send you some. I'm gonna send you some albums too. Let me know if you heard them already.
Oh, promise you, Zero's like number one.
I
On
got you.
YouTube.
I got
I
you
listen
for
to
sure.
No,
Zero, Slim Thug, Trey the Truth, Paul
oh,
Wall, the what's his name, Mike Jones, and then
What
you got
about Fat Pat? You like Fat Pat?
Fat Pat. Yeah, I listen to Fat Pat, Big Hawk. You got DJ Screw. You got Lil Kiki.
Matt, what you know about all
you're
that
so
great
cultured.
Matt? What you know, Matt?
and and then I don't know, I like that Mexican OT. He's young. He's real good. Big X the Plug's probably like I don't know. Big
Yeah,
X.
six
I like Big
WA.
X. Yeah, I like. There's this new dude. His name. He's not new, but he's really good. His name's R&B Fo Mob. I've listened to him. He's from like San Antonio, but he's been hanging out in Houston for a little bit now.
I lived out there for a while. That was my
Sauce
stomping
Walker.
ground.
Is that his name? Sauce Walker.
Yeah. He one of my
Yeah.
favorite artists here too, just because he kind of switch up the culture here a lot. For sure,
Yeah.
for sure. So you really deep in your southern bag for sure, for sure. I know they haven't even heard because they're both from East Coasters. They haven't
I
heard of
know them.
none
I
of
lived
them.
in Houston for a little bit. I do know
You
them.
told me you didn't like it though. You told me you hated it. You was
Yeah,
hating
I've
on
heard of Big
Houston.
X the Plug. He's the one that sings Dope Man. Dope Man. That's the Dope Man. 6WA.
Yo, you crazy, bro. Why you said it monotone like that?
The Dope Man. The Dope Man.
Where are you from, Matt?
I'm from New York.
New York.
yeah, we got the best
You
rappers
know
here.
those New Yorkers, they think everything about the Yankees and Jay-Z.
Hey,
Wu-Tang.
man.
You got Nas. What?
I'm not gonna lie, I put for me it's Southern and New York music. That's all I listen to, bro. Like
Yeah.
UGK, Mobb Deep is pretty much my main, like that's what I listen to mostly. Like Mobb Deep, UGK, Jay-Z, Nas, Zero, of course, Scarface. Like Scarface is to me the best rapper from the South, for sure, for sure. No ifs, ands, or buts. It's not even like an argument
I listen
anymore.
to some Southern stuff. I listen to Mo 3. I listen to
Mo 3 is good. I like
Big
Mo
X the
3.
Plug. Listen to
See?
Scarface. You know, I
Right.
dabble
No,
a little bit.
Mo 3 is probably one of the most talented guys we've had in Texas since Zero. Like, because with Zero, like, him and Big Mo were doing stuff that no one else was doing at the time with the melodies, and especially here in the South, everybody was like on some super machismo stuff with their music. So, yeah.
That's crazy
And I
because
like Young Boy. Young Boy's my guy.
Well, he's from Louisiana. Like, you weren't saying from Texas, right?
And I said
that's
from the
still
South.
Southside.
Isn't Louisiana the
That's,
South?
that's still Southside. Yeah, Louisiana. That's where
Yeah.
Boozy. You got Boozy. You got
Yeah, exactly.
who else? You got
Webby, Kevin
we
Gates,
got Webby,
Soldier
Kevin.
Slim.
Yeah, come
You got
on, Remy. I'm with it. I'm
and then
hip.
don't forget Georgia's still Southside too. You got
yeah.
Gucci. You got Jeezy. You got all
Jeezy.
Migos. You got a
That
whole
that
bunch
was
of
my
dudes.
era of being a teenager when Gucci was at his peak. Like I thought he was the best rapper ever when I was a teenager. Like if you would have argued anybody over him, I would have gotten angry at that age.
Yeah. Elijah, is there anything you love to do besides the farming and boxing? Any other sports that you're good at or a hidden talent that we don't know?
If I was in boxing, I'd probably be playing baseball. To be honest, I'm
I was gonna say you give me baseball play, but I used to play baseball in high school too.
yeah. No, I like baseball. I mean, I don't watch it. I like football. I'm a big Raiders fan. My dad's from NorCal, so he grew up watching the Oakland Raiders. Hidden talent. I got no I got no hidden talents. I mean, I don't know. I like to go shoot. I like to go shooting. I like to ride quads and stuff like that. I
Nice.
got my farm animals. I got my 3 kids. I like to watch my son play sports.
That's
Um,
awesome.
Oh, you
I
gonna be
got
a super sports dad, bro?
nah. I don't want to push him like that. I mean, you see these dads are just too
You
much.
you don't want to be Elijah Bill Haney Garcia, huh?
Here we go.
No, that dude's
Elijah, please don't get us started here with Remy. Please, not
No,
me.
I actually look. I understand being the LeVar Ball or the Bill Haney. Then I also understand being the dad that don't say shit. Like that's kind of how my dad is. He's not the one to try to force you to do anything. He accepts you for who you
No,
are.
no,
Type.
don't. No, the only problem is if we're gonna play, then we're gonna play. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh
hey,
yeah,
dude,
yeah.
we
Go
already
hard.
started. You know what I mean? Like, we're playing football. I'm already out here. I already got my shoes on, dude. We messed up. Should never asked me. But uh,
Getting into
it,
sports is expensive too. Like nowadays, it's
yeah, that's
expensive.
what. Yeah, I got
So if
damn
you're not good
three.
at it, I'm
I
not
got
spending my money on it.
so yeah. I mean, I used to have hobbies, and then I gotta buy football shoes. I gotta buy football helmets. I gotta buy baseball gloves. I gotta buy baseball bat.
Yeah.
My daughter,
Baseball is expensive.
baseball is
Yes.
really
Super
expensive.
expensive.
And my daughter, she don't play sports, but she wants whatever her brother has. So now I gotta buy it double. You know what I mean? So
Well, that's why you got to fight 4 times a year, man.
that's why I gotta fight 4 times a year. Exactly. That's what we're on.
That's the
Oh, I like
motivation right
WWE. That's what I like. I like WWE. I watch WWE.
there. Oh, there we go.
All right,
I
Oh,
hold
you'll
on,
fit
hold
right
on.
in with
All
Matt.
right,
They love wrestling.
Oh, here we go.
so WrestleMania, the main event, night 2, CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. Who you got?
I'm gonna be honest with you. CM Punk sucks.
That's right. That's
Yeah,
He's
he
right,
asked.
man.
45 years old. I don't want to watch that old son of a bitch wrestle. I want to see. You know what I mean? Like, he sucks. I want to watch that. I want to watch. Hey, you know who I like? I like G-Von Evans. That dude,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
he's
yeah.
badass. He's 21 years old. He's gonna be the face of fucking WWE. I promise.
He's gonna be fighting for I think the U.S. title at WrestleMania,
I
but
like
we'll
that new
see.
dude that came in. Do you know that guy with the paint on his face?
You're talking about Danhausen,
That dude's hilarious.
the
I
one who
like
said he's
that.
gonna curse you.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
great. My son likes Benthon.
Now
He loves Benthon.
they also have a night 1 main event, Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. Who you got?
Oh, I'm going with Cody Rhodes. I mean, Randy Orton's badass, but he's too. I don't know. They're about the same age, aren't they? Cody Rhodes is kind of old
Yeah.
too. I don't know. I feel like I'm ready to see these NXT guys take over, man. That's what I'm ready for. Hey,
Well,
that
well,
dude
speaking
that's
of the
gonna.
NXT guys taking over, one of the big matches at WrestleMania is going to be Brock Lesnar going up against Oba Femi. How
Brock
you see that
Lesnar
going?
is gonna get his ass whooped. That dude is freaking. That dude is no joke. That dude's huge.
He is.
That
He
dude is
is.
no joke.
Well, we got the WWE predictions here. How about some boxing predictions? Matt, we talked about these big fights coming up. We should ask Elijah what he thinks.
Let's do it.
What's the word?
We got well, for me, the a real big one, May 2nd, Naoya Inoue versus Junto Nakatani. Who you think wins that one?
Uh, I'm gonna be 100%. I don't watch those Japanese fights.
What?
I don't wake up, and I'm not
Elijah,
gonna.
you're fucking hilarious, bro.
I'm
Oh my god, bro, I'm
I'm not gonna
crying,
wake
bro.
up to
He's
watch.
gonna
Bro,
the casuals are about to be like, see, nobody
no,
watches
Elijah,
this.
this is so fucking funny, bro. Like,
I
yes,
can't
bro.
breathe.
I mean, yeah, I've seen Inoue fight. I mean, I think he's really good, but I think what makes him really different is he hits really hard. So I feel like Inoue's fighting. I'm gonna put my money on Inoue. He's unstoppable.
So now what about Benavidez
Now,
versus
yeah, Benavidez versus Zerto the same day.
Will you be in Vegas for that one?
Uh, maybe. Who knows? Uh, yeah. If I can make it, I would. I feel like Benavidez is just a different type of dog. I feel like Canelo didn't fight him for a reason. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I don't know. I feel like Benavidez is gonna whoop. It don't matter who they put in front of him. He's gonna whoop their ass, unless it's Usyk, you know. But let's be fair. Usyk is Usyk. You know what I mean? But I still think it'll be a good fight. But Benavidez is my
Yeah.
number one guy.
How do you think Benavidez matches up with Dimitri Bivol? I'm curious.
That's another. I think Bivol is really good too. But I mean, I don't know. Arthur, Arthur puts a lot of pressure. I feel like Benavidez puts just as much pressure, but they say Arthur hits like a truck. You know what I mean? And so I think but Benavidez has that punch volume, and so I feel like it'd be similar. You know what I mean? Um, I don't know, but Arthur does hit like a truck, so I think that plays a big factor. I'm not saying Benavidez don't hit hard. You know what I mean? I don't want that guy to hit me, but you know what I mean?
The speed, David Jenner. This is what I feel like's gonna separate David in so many of these fights. His hands are extremely fast to be that big. Like his hands are extremely fast to be that big.
Well,
So
Yeah.
with that volume, that
with
IQ, and that temperament,
They also say he hits hard as shit too. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So
But will
yeah,
that speed be there as he goes up in weight? Like, are we going to see that with Zoro? Do you think it's faster or slower?
well,
I'll be honest, Zerto's pretty slow in comparison to David. Like you could just watch the tape and you will see the glaring difference in hand speed. Like it's kind of bad to be honest with you.
the punch
Okay,
that hurts you is the punch you can't see, and so
yeah,
Benavidez is that fast. You know what I mean? So
I agree. Okay, now what about Zayas versus Boots? That's a big one everyone's talking about now.
I like Zayas. Zayas, me and Zayas are cool. But Boots is Boots. You know what I mean? I feel like Boots was whooping Canelo's ass up there in sparring. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I think Boots is really good. I think what's gonna I think it's a win-win situation for Xander, because if Xander loses, they're gonna say Xander was too young. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna give him credit because he took the fight. The dude's 23, 24 years old. Boots is no joke. Boots is really good, and he took the fight. He said, fuck it, I'll fight him." You know what I mean? You know, obviously, he wouldn't take the fight if he didn't think he could win, and he's trying to make these big fights happen, and so give him a lot of credit. You don't see a lot of other guys our age doing that. So,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna put money on Boots. It's nothing against Sanders. It's just Boots is Boots.
Hmm.
Who are some of your dream fights that you want to have in boxing?
My dream fights, like me personally, who would I fight? I mean,
Yes.
Yeah.
There's not. I mean, so like a lot of people ask me, "Oh, are you gonna fight Resendez? You're gonna fight?" Like me, I'm not. Like I don't put the target on anybody's back. You know, like I wish Resendez nothing but the best. You know what I mean? Like he's world champion for a reason. He beat Caleb. You know, he's good. Whatever. You know what I mean? I'm going out there. You know, whoever they put in front of me, I'm gonna fight. And if they have a world title, then that's a bonus. You know what I mean? I'm just going. You know, I'm just chasing titles. You know what I mean? I'm not chasing names directly. I'm just chasing titles. And
So you don't want to beat up Canelo?
I mean, I'll fight them. Don't get me wrong. If they say, hey, if they slide the paper over and they're like, here, you know, you're gonna fight Canelo for this much for this title, you know,
Oh
I'll
man.
stamp that shit. You know what I mean? Perfect. Put me down. Let's do it. You know what I mean?
But Elijah, does any party? I just want to play devil's advocate here because I know you answered this, but I want to pose the question in a different way. Does part of you, like as a fighter, like your warrior spirit, like see Resendez win a title, and then you think like, damn, like I stopped him, and he went and he beat Caleb Plant, and he's beat Jared Hurd. He's got some big wins under his belt. Does you feel like that is a notch under your belt to a degree, and does that make you want to be in bigger fights because you know what you're capable of?
Oh, 1,000%. You know what I mean? He's. I mean, even though I beat him, you know, I can't say I'm a world champion. He can, and so, you know what I mean. That does light a little bit of fire, but you know, I'm not jealous. You know, he put in the work. You know, they offered him the fight. He accepted it, and it is what it is. And obviously, I feel like I have, you know, I have the talent to be one of the best in the world as well. You know, I currently feel like I'm one of the best, and you know, I just gotta, you know, get the ball rolling, and you know, I feel like I'll be there shortly, and I don't know, man. You know, I get excited just talking about it. You know, so I just gotta fucking pick it up. You know what I mean? Can't let that shit happen again.
I think one thing you could leave off here is just knowing that, you they do see the talent and the skills that you have to offer. And I guess everybody that just wants to see you more active. And I think that's all it is. And, we'll be excited to see you back in the ring, hopefully in those 3, 4 months. So, we
Plays
look
a
forward.
Yeah, plays a huge factor. You know, you got a young fighter, you know, a young fighter willing to fight anybody. You know, I feel like just getting fights. You know what I mean? I feel like, you know, I don't know, but yes, you're correct. Thank you.
You're
Yeah,
very
I
welcome.
definitely gotta come to your next fight in my lemon pepper steppers. All right, if you
Lemon
know, you
pepper
know.
steppers. You gotta send me a picture of them, Josh.
Lemon pepper steppers.
Are they loafers? What are they? Let me see. No, just kidding.
If you know, you know.
They some Stacey
No.
Adams.
Oh yeah, I've heard of it before. I just don't know what they are. I, you know what I like to wear? I like to wear
Nah.
boots.
We're gonna
All
get you a
right.
pair of lemon pepper steppers.
Yeah, send me a
Yeah.
picture. I'll have to cop some.
Well, thank you so much, Elijah. I'm so glad you were able to, come on the live and just talk a little bit. I mean, does you guys have any more questions or leave off with a message, anything, comment?
Nah, I just gotta tap with Elijah before WrestleMania. We
Oh,
Hey,
gotta
yeah, put me in the group chat, Remy. We're with it.
I got you. I
I
got you,
want to
bro. I
see.
got you.
I want to see Cody Rhodes win. I want to see that dude that's gonna whip Brock Lesnar's ass win, and I want to see CM Punk retire.
Brock Lesnar fighting somebody like a part of the bloodline,
yeah,
right?
Obafemi.
No,
Yeah.
this guy's gonna
Obafemi, the
drive.
ruler.
Man, this guy's unstoppable.
well, there you go. You guys can have that WWE chat.
We're
Perfect.
gonna
All
get
right,
it. They
guys.
should have put me in it, bro. I would have been back in tune.
Hey, I
Mm-mm-mm.
know team was like, what the hell are these guys talking about?
You guys are you guys are weird.
All I know is boxing, basketball, football, photography. That's it. Okay, that's
Yeah,
it.
these guys are weirdos.
Nerds.
Wrestling for
See,
forever lit
probably
though.
you guys
For
probably
real.
play with little action figures. Like, ugh.
I played on the video game with my son. All right, fuck it. I'll let you guys go. All right, good talking to you guys.
All
Later.
right, Lana, hopefully we can see
All
you
right,
back on
Take
Elijah.
the
I'm
care,
gonna talk to
Elijah.
you in a
Thank you
sec,
so
bro.
much. All right, guys. See you. All right. Well, I'm gonna wrap it up. I got a kid to go put to sleep. It's almost 10 o'clock over here, Eastern time. So,
Before you put your kid to sleep, I need your final prediction.
All right, let's go.
Tomorrow, Deontay Wilder versus Derek Chisora. Who wins and how?
Ooh, I can
You
never.
gonna go first, T?
I'm gonna go with Wilder. It's that right hand. That right hand.
Yeah.
Go with Wilder.
I got Deontay. I got Deontay by sixth, seventh round KO. I feel like
Yes.
Chisora gonna look kind of decent at first, while Deontay getting settling in, trying to get that range on his eyes. And then I think in the middle rounds, when Chisora started to slow down and kind of get a bit more stationary, Deontay gonna catch him with that, and that speed we used to seeing, that thunder on that right hand. I feel like it's gonna come back, and we're gonna get a highlight KO out of Deontay. Then we're gonna get one more big fight out of my guy, man.
What about you, Matt? What are you thinking?
Dang. Uh, Deontay Wilder in 3 rounds or less. Uh, Anthony
Oh
Joshua
shit,
is.
man! Oh shit!
Hey, listen, Anthony Joshua is going to be front row. It's going to be AJ's first appearance since that terrible car accident he was in. I think Wilder's going to want to put on a show for him, and I
Mm-hmm.
think we might start to hear some things about that fight again.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm excited. Oh, wait. And the next one for Easter Caroline Dubois versus Terry Harper. Who do you guys have?
Caroline by ass with me.
Okay. I'm going with Caroline too.
I think it's going to be a draw.
Oh,
Ooh,
that's
you think she underestimating Terry?
Oh, I don't think she's underestimating her, but I think the people are underestimating Terry Harper.
hmm. You know what it
But I
is? You
think
know
they're
what it
both
is?
very good.
Because we want to see Caroline against Alicia. I need
We
that.
do.
I need that. So this
We
is
do.
important right now. Because if she loses, Alicia is going to have a ball.
Is there
Yeah,
any other good
exactly.
fights on that Wilder Chisora card?
Hmm.
Vidal Riley versus Matus Masterneck. The winner of that fight is probably going to fight for the vacant IBF cruiserweight title, the one that Jao Opataia got stripped of.
Hmm.
They also have, oh my God, the vacant WBO interim middleweight title, Denzel Bentley versus Andrew Saavedra. Now I know a lot of you guys don't know Andrew Saavedra, but if you don't know him, go back to his fight against Cesar Matea Tapia on the Tim Tszyu Bakum Murtazaliev card. These dudes beat the hell out of each other. It was like 5, 6 knockdowns in 10 rounds. Like he's all war. It's gonna be a crazy fight with him and Denzel Bentley. So it's a really, really good card tomorrow that all of you guys should check out. And don't forget, Zoo for Boxing is gonna be doing their card on Sunday. I believe my man Andre Cortez is in there, but also on the undercard, Mark McSide is going to be on the undercard against Figo McCrory. So that's going to be
Oh,
a
that's
good
okay.
card too.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a
It's going
fun
to be
weekend of boxing. Yeah. Now go put your kid to
good.
sleep,
Zuka
ladies.
does very well with the matchmaking, so I'm excited.
Yes.
Most definitely.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining the Divine Hook. Thank you, Remy. Thank you, Matt. Hopefully, we could do this again.
All right. Y'all have a good one. See y'all later.